It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Ow.
Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trailblazers up against the Sacramento Kings here in their house, Golden One Center. Well, for Sacramento, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. So we're right around halfway through the season. Jack, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you. I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off, coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Blazers coming to town hoping to notch one here in this one-game road trip. This is a game they expect to win. They come into this matchup confident and ready to take care of business.
And for the Trailblazers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Collins is the 4 with Nurkic in the middle. And it's Hood in at the small forward position.
And Nurkic, one of those guys who you notice for many minutes of the game if he's engaged, and then you couldn't tell if he played 12 to 15 minutes if he's not active enough. So still looking to develop him both on offense and trying to make him a little bit more consistent on defense. The coaching staff has that task at hand, and Nurkic has a big hand in that.
Barnes against Collins. Barnes can't get it to go. And with Nurkic at times, he can look like a star, but it's not easy for him to sustain that.
Well, all centers need to find some time to get some consistency. Heck, any player does, Kevin. But when Nurkic is focused, there are some things out there that he does that are quite impactful for this Portland offense. It's so guard heavy that to have something on the interior takes a lot of weight off their all-star guards.
Here's Lillard. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Collins kicks to McCollum. Goes up the baseline. Bagley with the rebound.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Hield with the bucket.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Now, here's Lillard. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Over Fox. And there's Lillard on the assist by Nurkic.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Barnes looking around. Bagley dishes to Barnes. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Bagley with the ball. Working on Nurkic. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Healed against McCollum. Down low. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Healed. Here's Barnes. And the layup's good off the glass.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's McCollum. Coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Barnes. And another fast break for Sacramento. Bogdanovich wide open. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Trying to improve every year, that's the goal of anyone in the NBA. Bogdanovich has great fundamentals to be able to do that.
Here's Lillard. Averaging 28 points a game, and it's not an easy feat for what this man does on the offensive end. A little shot fake there, got the D out of position. Hood's got his first points of the night. Kings leading now by 4. Healed finds Bogdanovich. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Offensive rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Finishing in traffic, it's something you want your point guard to be able to do, and Damian Lillard can do that.
And he gets the bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Passes it to McCollum. He dishes it to Collins. Hood, the pass to Lillard. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7. The Kings have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Portland also making some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Gasol comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Tolliver in for Rodney Hood. Sacramento moving it around. Healed, can't hit.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Dave Yeager in his 3rd season with the Kings. Before that, 9 seasons, Brent, in Memphis, with 3 of those being the Grizzlies head coach.
Yeah, an interesting end to his time in Memphis as things just kind of went awry between him and management. But the personnel decisions is what it came down to. And he has a fresh start in Sacramento with a very young, very energetic team that needs some direction. Maybe Dave Yeager, the guy to get the job done.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Buddy Hield. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Now the dish to Tolliver. Back to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Whiteside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Barnes outside. And it's Bagley in the corner. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And what's interesting about Bagley, I mean, he has solid form as a shooter. The results from distance, though, have been inconsistent.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 7. McCollum outside for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
And some changes here for the Kings. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bagley. Bielitsa comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Trevor Ariza subbed in for Buddy Hield. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Bazemore's checked in. And that one's good. Lillard.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Fox against Lillard. Fox passes to Holmes. Fox kicks to Holmes. It's Ariza on the wing. A second chance effort, and goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Kings shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
And the Kings making a change here. Giles is checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Labissiere comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Whitehead in for Lillard. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. I think those are necessary things.
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No,
it might have
like
been.
It makes sense when you say it.
But the Little League always exploring ways to improve the game, and I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Here's Whiteside. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on. De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
And he's good on the second. And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Now here's Bazemore. He had 10 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
And so McCollum nails both of them. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
Here's Fox. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Ielitsa passes to Giles. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. They now take the lead. Tolliver's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
They need this. That shot off the mark. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Bazemore against Ariza. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. With Kent Bazemore, Brent, a lot of what he brings on the defensive end starts with his length, a very large, long arm span.
Yeah, not a picnic for any guard that's trying to navigate around the length of Kent Bazemore. He's always had an impressive steal and block total as the seasons have gone on. And the ball handler doesn't ever feel quite comfortable with Baze around.
Shots. Roof shots.
That free throw missing. Well, the one thing the Kings have gotten right, Brent, is this new home arena. It is one of the best in the league.
Well, on warm Sacramento nights, what's really cool about this place is they open it up. So You got the natural airflow. It sneaks in. It feels comfortable here. Something these fans can take a lot of pride in with what they've done in downtown Sacramento.
And the second free throw, good.
Bazemore showing what every lefty has, and that's craftiness. Just uses his body very well and takes smart shots within the offense.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Dave Yeager for just a minute. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays. Whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. So knowing the kind of offensive team they're up against, they're coming in with the attitude they cannot let them get comfortable early.
That's right. On D, they've got to come out with full intensity. Start slow, and they might find themselves in a big hole to dig out of.
Seems like Coach has made that crystal clear for them tonight. He's got them ready to play some very aggressive defense in this one.
Here's Bazemore, following the score by Trevor Ariza. Bazemore finds Labissiere. Back to Bazemore. To the wing on the left. Portland needs to get off a shot, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. So the Kings call timeout, their first. Here at the midway point, what we begin to realize now, there were some underrated pickups in the offseason that are showing what they can do.
Yeah, these are the kind of moves where at the end of the year you start thinking about candidates for executive of the year because they've plugged some holes. They've had an acquisition that's made their bench deeper, and we start to see in an 82-game season that maybe in the 55th to 57th game, a pickup like that is helping them win ball games. This is where those guys earn their money, the general manager.
Not wholesale changes. Just one guy can change a team slightly, and that nuance pays off.
Oh, anything subtle like that, that's where really you tip your hat to the general managers who understood that at some point during the year, we're going to lean on this player.
That one misses.
Take a look at the history of the Portland Trailblazers, and part of the NBA since 1970, and the phrase Rip City, which has stuck with the team ever since winning that title back in 1977.
Now here's Bazemore. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Ariza. Back to Bielitsa. Kept alive by Sacramento. Got a piece of it. And they're on the break. Fox with the steal. Back to Ariza. Here's Giles. He's covered by Bazemore. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fox. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. And for the Blazers, a lot of ups and downs with their history.
A lot of wins, but the franchise has been a bit cursed with some major injuries in the last 15 years. You think of guys like Greg Oden, the first pick in the draft, Bill Walton back in the 70s, and the ankle injuries that he had to deal with. That young team felt like they were going to run the West for quite some time, and those injuries really hurt and devastated the fan base in Portland.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Hood comes in for Anthony Tolliver.
Well, C.J. McCollum could teach a class on how to get N1 opportunities.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, CJ, one of those exemplary players that stayed all 4 years at Lehigh and came into the league very, very polished and very ready for everything that the league was going to throw at him. Not just the defenses on the court, but the NBA lifestyle in general. And he learned to be a great leader here in Portland alongside Damian Lillard.
And for McCollum, rare does someone who stayed all 4 years end up being such a star at the NBA level.
Well, McCollum's done just such a great job of improving his game even after coming into the league so polished. And how fortunate for Portland in the wake of losing one of their all-time greats in LaMarcus Aldridge to fill some of that scoring gap with a talented player like C.J. McCollum.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
That's good focus from the Bosnian Bear, getting down there. Nurkic finding the open man with ease.
Ariza against Bazemore. And Bielitsa gets to Ariza. Bielitsa with the bucket. Bielitsa's got 5. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Right side, no good.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
For Sacramento, they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. And he can't get the first one.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Giles. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
26 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ariza against McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. Hood for 3. That one no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Kings lead by 3. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. One of the most lethal scorers in the game, All-Star Damian Lillard, talks about why confidence is big for him.
I like a challenge. I love being here, and I feel like, you know, if I have the confidence in myself that I say I have, then we could bring in some guys that can get better, and we can build something from here on out. Same thing happened with Golden State. You know, nobody talked about Golden State 4 years ago.
And the Blazers, Greg, disappointed with last year's first-round defeat, but they've assembled some nice talent.
And like he said, we've seen teams jump into title contention more quickly than expected in the past.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, that's a quick way to build the lead, but Greg, can they sustain this kind of effort all night long? We'll see.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play on the court for Sacramento. They've got Bielitsa, Bogdanovich out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Holmes in at the power forward position. Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Buddy Hield comes in for Trevor Ariza. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Pau Gasol is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Lillard subbed in for McCollum. And that one misses. Dwayne Dedmon, not a big name in the NBA right now, Brent, but he's a very productive player in what time he sees on the floor.
Well, he never does anything without misstep out there. Great length for a player. He competes on both ends of the floor, and he bolsters up a front line no matter what position you put him at, the 4 or the 5.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Hood, the pass to Gasol. To the inside, Holmes with the steal. Collins, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Bogdanovich against Lillard. Hield kicks to Holmes. Hield outside. 5 to shoot. Good D by Gasol.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely. And without a doubt, Rodney Hood is at his best when he's being aggressive. Doesn't settle for shots, and he looks to create and finish around the rim. Sometimes he can serve as a playmaker. That happened a lot when he was with the Utah Jazz under Quinn Snyder.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. You know, Hood can fall into settling for mid-range shots at times, Brent, but that isn't when he's his most effective.
No, a lot of players fall into playing passively, and Rodney Hood is sometimes guilty of that. The trick is finding ways to try to keep him aggressive, make sure that he's impacting the game in ways that his skill set can draw it out.
So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO. Because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
Count that one.
Close to the rim and having an intent to score. That's an assertive play from Rodney Hood.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Now here's Barnes after the miss from Damian Lillard and the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Bagley off the inbound.
I like the fact that Gasol is in the right spot there defensively, never wanting to give up anything that's easy.
Down low, here's Collins. Barnes grabs the miss. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Stolen by Collins. Hood against Barnes. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That's his first foul. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for the Kings. And a switch here also for Portland. Tolliver's checked in. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Portland again missing.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
And sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Collins dishes to Lillard. In the corner, it's Tolliver. Gasol passes to Tolliver. No good on the triple. Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Yeah, sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
Pau Gasol, not the same player Brent he once was, but he still knows how to get the job done.
Yeah, 2001 is when it is that Pau Gasol came into the NBA as a very slightly built Spaniard for the Memphis Grizzlies, but the skill was on display from the very start. He's had a Hall of Fame career, a two-time champion, and one of the best and most skilled players to play that position in the last 20 years.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Kings trail by 4. Fox with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
They get the rebound. Bagley, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Labissiere in the high post. Knocks it loose. Fox with the steal. And the foul called on Skal Labissiere. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Fox kicks to Barnes. The pass to Hield. To the paint, pass to Bagley. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the elbow. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Barnes has got it all tied up now for the Kings. Now, here's Lillard. 10 points for him. Passes it to Trent. It's stolen by Hield. Barnes outside to the middle. Here's Bagley. Drops in the layup for 2. Bagley's got 6 here in this quarter.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. Taking a look at Portland. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And checking out Sacramento. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, for the Kings, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
There's still some chances to find some positives as the season comes to an end. Even if it's not a playoff spot, just some kind of forward momentum heading into the offseason.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Trent. No points in the game yet for him. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Tolliver with the bucket.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And some changes here for the Kings. Giles checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bielitsa comes in for Barnes. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Hield. Giles kicks to Fox. It's Bielitsa. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bielitsa's got 8 points.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Fox against Lillard. Right side the bounce pass. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's Sacramento now. They're on an 11-3 run. To the inside. Bielitsa passes to Giles. Here's Lillard. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Fox against Lillard. Bagley with the bucket. Bagley's got 8 points in the quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the Kings not just rebuilding the roster, Brett, but also the franchise's reputation.
Well, agents and executives in the past year have been a little frustrated with the fickle leadership coming from the Sacramento Kings, and eventually those perceptions matter.
Here's Ariza. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Ariza kicks to Fox. Nurkic with the block.
Excellent defense by Nurkic on that play. He made sure that shot was not going anywhere near the rim.
And the Kings making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. Ariza outside. Clock at 6. Over McCollum. And again, it's Sacramento converted.
And give him credit. Ariza wasn't a shooter coming out of UCLA. He is now.
To the wing right side. Whiteside kicks to Hezonja. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
Now Fox. He's got 5. Pass to Giles. Here's Bielitsa. Off the left rim and out. Here's Whiteside. That ties the game. Whiteside's got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard against Fox. Ariza outside. No good with the triple. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Offensive rebound. And it's Giles missing. Portland's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. And Lillard kicks to Hezonja. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Sacramento's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Leaves the dishes to Dedmon. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way in. Dedmon's got 4 this quarter.
Dedmon using his size on the inside, and the defense trying to do their best to keep him away from the basket. Not that time.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And Trevor Ariza, such a steady veteran.
I mean, just long, a versatile defender, can also knock down the triple. When you look at how far he's come since he entered the league as really just a raw athlete, it's a credit to his work ethic, no doubt about it. He has mastered his role.
Farrell's checked in for the Kings. Hood's checked in for Portland. The 3 from McCollum. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The pass to Farrell. Dedmon kicks to Farrell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington, but he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Ferrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team, maybe be the 6th man, lead the 2nd unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Bielitsa. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And it's Hood in the corner. 1:29 left in the first half. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Giles has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Beyond the arc. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Joseph, he's checked in for Farrell. Trailblazers trail by 3. We've got 1:08 left in the second quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc. And that's now 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
That's a pretty release on the shot by McCollum. Just one of the reasons why he's become so confident from behind the arc.
And Joseph gets to Ariza. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Ariza's got 5 points now in the quarter. Portland's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
The Kings making a switch here. Hield's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Bogdanovich against McCollum. Giles the pass to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Hield. Clock at 6. That shot no good. Great D that time from Nurkic.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
That's a 2 from Hield, and the jumper is good. Hield's got 7 points in the game.
That's such a quick trigger there. Hield able to hit even with a hand in his face.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Harrison, a big first half for you offensively. How did you get loose?
My teammates just been fine to me. I've just been trying to run hard, make good backdoor cuts, run in transition, and give me good looks.
You have not stopped moving at all, and it's led to good results. Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, their perimeter defense has fallen apart. Guys aren't fighting over screens, closing out on shooters. I mean, when you're playing a team that gets this hot from behind the arc, you got to body up on the shooters and try to close them down. Their defense needs to extend outward in the second half.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, you know, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first 2 quarters, that's exactly what he was.
Moving the basketball and making the extra pass, making the defense work harder to stop them. Nice offense there.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 1-point game. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Collins is the 4 with Nurkic in the middle. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. And it's Hood in at the 3. Now here's Bogdanovich following the missed shot by Nurkic. And Bogdanovich kicks to Fox. Bogdanovich dishes to Barnes. Shoots from 12. A pass to Fox. With the teardrop, and that one good. Fox has got the opening bucket to start the second half of the Kings.
The closer that Fox gets inside, the more effective he could say. I guess you could say he's good in the Fox hole.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard finds McCollum. Barnes against Collins. Lillard outside. Passes it to McCollum. Overhealed. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. And that's 13 points for C.J. McCollum. Sacramento's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Hield. Nurkic with the block. They get it back. And that one's good. Barnes has got 11.
When you see a teammate over-rotate, you're just swinging around. The perimeter's wide open.
Cullen passes to Hood. Collins in the post. Covered by Barnes. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. The Trailblazers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And the first one drops. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Damian Lillard. Both shots good from the stripe.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Barnes up top. He's guarded by Collins. Pass to Fox. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls it from the elbow. Good on the shot. He's got 9.
Fox just found a little bit of space there, and he burned the defense.
Bazemore against Fox. To the left side wing. Collins wide open. He fires. Nice shot from the wing. Collins has got 4 points this quarter. The Kings leading. Hield kicks to Barnes. There's the pass to Bagley. Bogdanovich finds Barnes. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Hield against McCollum. High post, Nurkic. Bazemore inside the three-point line. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Here's Bazemore. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Bazemore passes to Collins. Kicks it to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. They get it back. Count that one. The Sacramento lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Collins.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Portland also making some changes. Saul comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Labissiere subbed in for Collins. Fox kicks to Bagley. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Fox, rejected by Gasol.
Gasol did not stop moving his hands there, especially as the shot was going up. Always going to be right there to send anything back if it's close.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Here's Barnes, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Back to Barnes. Over Hood. Barnes can't get it to go. Portland trailing here. This year, dishes to Gasol. McCollum against Hield. For the lead, it's McCollum with the drive.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
We hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And so Hood will bring it up for Portland.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense now in his 7th year with the Blazers. They've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
Here's Barnes, following the score by Rodney Hood. Barnes outside, pass to Holmes, and stolen by Hood. Here's McCollum. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game. And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the sweep.
Might have been a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Remember, Portland slid into that 3rd seed with how close it was in the Western Conference, and that might have added a bit more pressure. But Portland does not have a lot of flexibility with their roster. Somehow Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision, and they saw through that, and he's back for this season.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
For Portland, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Some changes for Sacramento. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bagley. Bielitsa comes in for Barnes. And Trevor Ariza subbed in for Buddy Hield. That free throw good from Hood.
One of the big calling cards for Rodney Hood and why he can compete at this level is his athleticism. So as long as he believes in that, he can continue to make contributions to any team.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Well, it's not just point guards that can pass the rock. Here are the assist leaders among shooting guards over the span of the last month. C.J. McCollum, #1.
And with his skill as a distributor, he's probably just as comfortable at the point guard position as he is off the ball. They need him there at times in a pinch.
Well, he never puts himself before his teammates. We know that. And unfortunately, that's not something we can say about all the 2 guards in the NBA. He inspires a fantastic team-first attitude through the whole squad.
Shot clock at 6, and he gets it to go. Bielitsa's got 10 points in the game.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Fox. Averaging about 16 points, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 17. Here's Hood. A beautiful reverse layup. 15 points in the game.
Nice concentration there from Rodney, just taking good shots right now to find himself offensively.
And Sacramento has possession. They trail by 6. Ariza passes to Dedmon. He feeds it to Fox. Inside, Hood. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Kings have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Dedmon kicks to Bielitsa. Trying to find Fox. Gets it to him. That one good for 2.
Yeah, maybe the shot selection in the first half took him out of a rhythm, but in the second half, he's making everything.
Outside Gasol. Back to Bazemore. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And finished off by Gasol.
Dare I say Gasol graceful on the dunk attempt? That's alliteration, Kevin.
The Kings trail by 8. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Sacramento making a switch here. Giles is checked in. Sacramento with the ball. And here is Fox. He kicks it to Dedmon. It's Ariza on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. Ariza trying to break loose. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Hood finds McCollum. Dedmon with the block.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
The Kings trailing. Fox dishes to Dedmon. Back to Fox. Clock at 6. From about 19 feet, again, Sacramento.
When the game starts to slow down for younger players, you know they're starting to feel confident about how they go about their business. Fox with a good decision there. There's an old cliche, Kevin, we've heard or said a million times about speed killing. Well, perhaps no player is more emblematic of that than De'Aaron Fox. End to end, he could be one of the fastest players in the league.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Well, Fox is a blur in transition. Brent, his speed is a weapon.
Yeah, and he can use it if he has the ball or if he doesn't. Become a slasher and get into the teeth of the defense. Defensively, his lateral quickness and intensity also can make him a pest. It'll be nice to see if he takes some pride on that end of the floor growing up.
Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Kent Bazemore. Sacramento's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Fox passes to Ariza. Here's Giles. He averages about 5 points a game. Lillard against Fox. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And that's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Now, here's Dedmon. He's got 8. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut back down to 2 with those points from Fox.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Lillard against Ariza, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And the Kings shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Fox against Lillard. Fox kicks to Giles. Pass to Bielitsa. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Portland's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. To the paint. Lillard from outside. Head shot off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And stolen by Lillard. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 8 points.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
1:21 left in the third quarter. McCollum against Ariza. Now here's Fox. He's guarded closely. Over Lillard. Edmond passes to Bielitsa. Shot clock at 5. Here's Fox. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Portland leading by 4. McCollum left side to the paint. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter.
The Kings have not set the world on fire at the free throw line. They're just 6 of 12. The free throw drops for Dedmon. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Bagley, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. Barnes comes in for Harry Giles. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Bielitsa. And it's Buddy Hield in for Trevor Ariza. Now here's McCollum. He's got 17. Pass to Collins. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Collins has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. And the jam by Whiteside. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Well, I would say that's as high percentage as you're going to get from Hassan Whiteside. He really takes off on those dunks.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the...
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers out in front. They finish off the third quarter on a 14-4 run. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the wings, Heald and Bogdanovich. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bagley, and it's Fox in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Just 3 to shoot. Misses off the right iron.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
McCollum finds Whiteside. Here's Fox, and he gets it to go. Fox has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Kings. Portland leading by 10. Lillard outside. And it's McCollum in the corner. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
The Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. To the middle, got a piece of it. Fox dishes to Bagley. Nurkic with the block, and he recovers it. And Bogdanovich kicks to Bagley. The pass to Bogdanovich. From outside, off the mark.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
The Kings trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
More and more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
In the corner, Collins with it. Right side trying to break free. Portland no good that time either. For Sacramento, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And Bogdanovich kicks to Bagley. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come, he's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Hood's checked in for the Trailblazers. He hits the second from the line.
And really the potential Bagley has is so exciting. Just an absolute menace on both ends. And you can tell he wants to be great.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. From deep. And it's Fox with the rebound.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
And it's Hood in the corner. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
The Kings trail by 9. Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Over in the corner, Barnes puts up a 3. Sacramento again missing.
Man, if he's missing those kind of good looks, his team is in some serious trouble.
Low block shot on the way, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
All right, Lillard, we know you can score, but you're going to show that pump fake. Another devastating move from him, enough to draw the foul. Well, Damian Lillard, a star in this league for several years now. Whether that's recognized by an all-star appearance or not, it doesn't matter. He has been elite at the point guard position. Just a dynamic scorer and one of the more lethal players in the NBA, hoping to push Portland further and further at some point in his career.
The free throw drops for Lillard. And with Lillard, he often can be forgotten about just because there are so many great guards in the NBA, Brent, in particular in the West.
Well, let's face it, he just missed out on a couple of seasons of representing the Portland Trailblazers as a guard in the Western Conference because of the loaded Western Conference and how good the guards are. But regardless, there's no denying that Lillard is right up there as one of the elites in the league.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Hield kicks to Fox. Barnes with it. Back to Fox. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hield. The 3.
Good defensive effort from Lillard there. He has the athleticism to play lockdown D.
McCollum passes to Hood. Over in the corner, Lillard. Fox with the steal. And stolen by Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
That always energizes your teammates. They feel your imagination, get motivated, and helps you extend your lead as well. In a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
McCollum kicks to Hood. Over Bogdanovich, and Portland again with the bucket.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
It seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them. Has them up quite a bit here.
Fox, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Fox has got 19 points.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
McCollum dishes to Collins. They get the rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Don't talk much about the arc on a shot, but Nurkic did a great job hauling in that rebound and finishing the look over top.
Bogdanovich finds Barnes. Fires from the line. Good on the jump shot. Now here's Lillard. Dishes to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Fox passes to Bogdanovich. Kicks it to Barnes. Sinks that one from the post. 19 points in the game.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Passes it to Collins. And here's Nurkic, covered by Barnes. Here's Lillard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, defender a little bit off balance against Lillard, and most defenders are, let's face it, results in a trip to the free throw line.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, I love to watch Lillard play. He's from the Bay Area. That's where I'm from. Did you know that, Kevin? I mean, I'm a Bay Area product. We could talk more about that later. But he's fearless, heartless, and he usually saves his best for last. It's Lillard time in the fourth quarter.
McCollum kicks to Hood. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. It's good. McCollum's got 19 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
In the corner, it's Healed. Baseline jumper. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Well, they used to refer to him as Buddy Buckets. Maybe that will stick in this league.
McCollum finds Hood. Here's Collins. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Collins passes to Nurkic. Shoots over Holmes. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And Nurkic proving he's got a little touch there from the mid-range. Very difficult guy to guard.
Fox against Lillard. And Fox gets it to go.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Lillard scanning the floor. It's deflected. Now Barnes. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Bagley, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Healed outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, he's a real wrecking ball inside. Once Bagley has solid position, you almost have to foul it.
Two shots.
And he makes the first.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Yusuf Nurkic, a free agent this past summer. A lot of big men, Brent, on the market, and he flew under the radar.
Well, this team knows maybe how good Nurkic can be because they see him in practice all the time. They're just looking for a little bit more consistency in terms of the effort from him. The next few seasons of his development was really going to be a critical part of Nurkic's career.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 21 points for C.J. McCollum.
Great fundamentals and mechanics on the catch and shoot. McCollum needs just the tiniest bit of space to get that release off.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
Down low. And the layup's good off the glass. McCollum's got 6 in the quarter.
Just like it when he gets in there. McCollum using his wingspan to take advantage.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And he can't be stopped right now. The D looks like they're at a loss, and they have no idea how to contain him.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, it's his job to keep their offense ticking, and tonight he's earned his keep. He's been able to find open teammates everywhere, feeding the post, creating open jump shots on the perimeter. His passing has been the best element of his game.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Portland leading by 9. Here is Lillard. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Good on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's now 21 points for Rodney Hood. Sacramento's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Barnes. Here's Hield. Outside Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. Over Hood. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
McCollum left side. And he's good on the 3-ball. McCollum's got 15 points here in the second half.
And no one's slowing him down tonight. McCollum just too focused with this matchup.
Hield against McCollum. A floater. Hield can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 14. Nurkic in the post. Basket counts.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Portland.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Lillard.
That unselfishness was on full display here tonight. Did a great job of getting his teammates going.
Pulls up from the corner. Another miss by Nurkic.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
And the basket by Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
Now the Kings with it. Shot by Hield, nobody around, and once again off the mark by Sacramento. The pass to Nurkic over Bagley, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Nice decision by Nurkic to just simply square up and knock that one in.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.